Hello and welcome to Baering the List, an ongoing video series that has reached its conclusion. This is the 52nd one. I did one every Wednesday for the entire year of 2020, and I rank things. Now, sometimes you sent me suggestions of things you'd like me to rank. Sometimes you sent me links to tier maker lists. Sometimes I made my own, and sometimes I went through and picked out a few to do. Um, and I've known about this since probably like July or August. I think I had the first idea of like, all right, number 52 should be me ranking all of the videos I did. And then as I got towards the end of the month, or December, beginning of December, I should say, the end of this project, I also realized that I can be a little more introspective. So number 50 and 51 were 20 model kits I built and 10 Lego sets I put together. And that's just for me and maybe for you. But honestly, Baering the List is kind of just for me. I mean, some people like it, some people watch it, leave comments, give their opinions on things. I appreciate you all so much. You gave me suggestions of ideas. You actually went and did the research and found tier maker lists you'd like to see me do, and I think that was great. I appreciate that. But part of this is just the idea of doing a project and doing a video every week for that project. Like, especially in the year 2020, it was great to have some sort of like, well, I have to get this done. Well, I have to shoot this. Well, I have to put this up. You may notice from this shirt that I'm recording this directly after my Lego video. So I don't know how you liked it, but this was a great project to do, and I hope you enjoyed it. As we now take a look back and rank all 52 videos. Will I tell you what those videos are about? More than just have the numbers here? Yes. Did this take way too long to find all these different little square icons of numbers? 100%. Did I mess up by having the one be kind of transparent and you can't really see it? You really have to look at it? Yes. Did I really screw that up? Yes, I did. I gotta go reset this here because that messed it up. So let's reset. Nope, that didn't work. Why didn't this work? There we go. I had to reset it there. And then also the 21 doesn't line up right, and so I have to manually put that in where it belongs. And that's nonsense. You don't need to hear about this. Let's get into it. This is going to take a little while because I got to rank 52 videos. But all right, let's start at the beginning. The very first video I made, My Hero Academia Class 1A. I ranked all of the members there. Got a little bit of feedback right away because that was also the first time that I created my own tier, which was the garbage tier because Mineta sucks and I wanted to put Mineta in the garbage. But yeah, ranked some characters, surprised myself while I did it. I thought this was, when I compared to other ones that I made, probably B tier. So one goes in B tier. Again, you can barely maybe see it. Should I have redone it? Maybe. I'm not going to. Tough. You can take that. I'll take into account. Look, I'll take into account when I rank number 52. Number 2, Nintendo home consoles. So this was the first one where people accused me of trying to get views. I got a DM from someone saying like, "Oh, you just picked a bunch of stuff and you don't believe this." And that it's rare that people think that I am trolling or attempting to get views by being controversial, like faux controversial. I just have my opinions. So I didn't love part of that engagement, but also it got you talking. This was the first video of these. Obviously, there's the second one, but got views, people talking about it, and so I like that. And I'm going to put that in A. I think that was a good video, and I enjoyed putting it together. Great Kali selfies. So the reason I did Baering the List is because of this video. I also, now that I think about it, and maybe that'll be good for ranking number 52, I could have taken screen caps of all of the videos, the Baering the List videos, and made the thing that it would have been kind of hard to read, so I just went with numbers. But maybe we'll take that into account when we get to video 2. But anyway, this is S tier. Great Kali selfies is totally 100% S tier. It is the reason I'm doing this. I saw this video out there, or this tier maker, and I said, oh, I want to rank Great Kali selfies. I want to make a video series where I rank things. Sure. It's really fun and silly, and I think went to show that while I will take this seriously and try to rank things earnestly, also I'm not above having a fun week. Black Clover, Black Bull members. I made this knowing that in the manga they had introduced another Black Bull member that hadn't been in the anime at the time of recording, so I already knew it was going to be out of date. Also, going immediately back to on the first and then the fourth video, doing a large group of people from an anime. Probably not the best. I'm going to put that in B tier. Also, along with one, I also didn't love, yeah, I could have done better with it, I think. I think my rankings hold up, but yeah, I should have waited. Pizza toppings. This is my first food list. Now, if you've been watching these every week, you know I did a lot of food. It is an incredibly popular category and tier maker here, and since I have not watched a lot of television that is also very popular on this website, this felt like the one to do. That, like, this is the category that like a lot of people make good lists for. So yeah, I did pizza toppings, and I think that's good. This one did get some people arguing in the comments with each other, with me, but I'm going to put this in A tier. I thought this one was a good one. Number 6 was Pokemon starters. Okay, what to go into the video game stuff here? Obviously anime, but mostly the video game. This one, people immediately did not enjoy that how much I love fire Pokemon. So this one rattled a few cages on there. But we'll put it in B. I think I did all right with that video so far. Haven't hated any of them. No C's and no D tiers here. There will be. There are a couple I definitely want to take a knee on. Dragon made characters. Okay, so this is again another list where I just ranked characters from an anime. I only did this a couple more times, so like, but I'm looking at the list now because obviously I have it all written down because I don't remember, on top of my head what each one is. But I've definitely done this a few too many times. So this one I still felt okay about. This list also included like a character that like is barely in the show. I think she might be a little bit more in the manga, and I felt bad about including her, but whatever. Yeah, I didn't. This isn't great. This isn't my best work. I didn't need to do this one. NXT champions. I felt good about this. Obviously, there's been a few more champions since I made this list because it was way back in the beginning of the year. It reminded me about the NXT champions. Some people said I ranked Big E too low, but that's not when I was watching NXT. It's not the NXT we think of today. But yeah, I felt pretty good. I'll put that in B tier. Number 9, McDonald's chicken nugget shapes. This is another S tier one. Did you know they have names for the 4 McNugget shapes? I didn't. I knew that there were 4 distinct shapes. I did not know they had names. I felt real good about this one. I miss McNuggets. I don't eat them that much these days, and I'm long overdue. But yeah, put that in S tier where it belongs. That was I would say that was one of my best ones, certainly. So definitely in the S tier. Number 10, gimmicks of Wyatt family members. I wanted to do more wrestling. I will say this about Tier Maker. Most of their wrestling is just focused on the ladies of wrestling and their hotness. And I wasn't interested in making any of those videos, but I did want to do wrestling stuff. So we did gimmicks of Wyatt family members. So this was the gimmicks that the members of the Wyatt family had in WWE as members of the family and other. And I think it worked out okay. This is another B tier. I think this was pretty good. It helped let me like think about what I thought of these characters, and that was well done. But yeah, here is my first ever created list. That's right. All these lists, 1 through 10, were all things I found on there. This is the first time I made a list that I wanted to put together, which was Gundam Wing pilots. So this was looking at pilots from Gundam Wing who flew Gundams. I didn't look at all the pilots. I looked at the Gundam Wing pilots. So yeah, if you piloted Gundam. And this was fun to put together. I felt good about doing this. Gundam Wing is my first Gundam that I fell in love with. It's still one of my favorites, if not my favorite Gundam series. So I'm going to put this in A. But I think that one was a fun one. Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Mobile Suits was the 12th one. That's right, I did 2 weeks in a row of Gundam Wing specific things. The only Gundam stuff I ever did, with the exclusion of talking about Gundam in another list that was a broader list. Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Mobile Suits. I just wanted to talk about the Tall Geese 3. I really just wanted to talk about Tall Geese 3 and the Desai Tau Custom. That's another one that I was like, I like this one a lot. This one's good. I'm going to put that in A. I think that's still a fine video. I should have waited a while. I didn't. Fried potatoes. This was cool because the images in this one had the names of the potatoes in the images, and that's very helpful. And not everyone does that. They just put photos up, and they're like, yeah. And so you're just kind of like staring at it and going, I don't know what this is. Um, like no one could. One, why would anyone want to look at this list? Do it themselves, but it makes it tough. This one had the names of it, all the different kinds of potatoes. Got a lot of debate. So this goes in A, only not necessarily from my performance, but from y'all's performance, because people went off in the comments. There was some discussion. It was one of the most commented on videos I've had in this series, so that was great. Thank you for doing that. Dog breeds. I liked all the dogs. It's another joke one. It harpens back to Greg Colley selfies, and that I didn't really actually rank them. I'm going to put that in B because I thought it was a good video, but I didn't actually rank all of them. And yeah. New game characters. This is another one I found in the anime. I wanted to do an anime one. I did too many of these. I know. New game is a show I love. It also was like characters that like as New Game went on, I love Season 1 more than I love Season 2. Also, it's an opportunity. New Game, spelled New Game with exclamation point. It's an anime about a studio that makes video games, and they called the second season New Game with 2 exclamation points instead of New Game Plus, and that is a demerit. Any chance I can say that. So that's C tier. It's not my best video. I shouldn't have done it that soon after doing the Gundam stuff. Cat breeds. Took a break between the dog breeds and cat breeds. People were mad about this. This was another joke one. It has to go in C tier because this was the first one where people were, because sometimes there was like somebody mad about it, like the Nintendo one. Y'all were furious about this because I ranked all cats as B tier because that to me all cats are B tier, and y'all were very mad about that. And so I will take the hit on that. It was a joke. It did not. The joke did not land. So I'll take the heat for that. Let's see. New Day members. I ranked all 4 members of New Day because for a hot cup of coffee, well, Big E Langston, they dropped he showed up one day and they dropped the Langston. They took his last name away from him. Big E was injured and Kevin Owens joined the group as their pseudo Big E. So I ranked him and put him in there. I want to do more wrestling. Is this no? I was going to say this is the last wrestling one. I did do a couple more wrestling ones, but I wanted to do more, and it was hard. I thought this one was fine. Maybe I ranked Xavier and Big E a little lower than I needed to. We're going to put it in B. I think that one was fine. There's probably going to be a lot of B's in this list because I think a lot of them were like good. Straw Hat Pirates. Okay, I ranked all the members of Straw Hats. I found out from y'all. This one, as I said, I did a lot of anime ones that were just members of a group, but I think this one went well. I'm going to put this one in A because a lot of good comments. I didn't realize how many people like Frankie. I hate Frankie. I didn't realize how many people hate Usopp. Yeah, it was very surprising to find out what people thought of the Straw Hats. Or like, care way more about Brooke than I do. So that I thought went well, and I thought the good discussion. When y'all comment on them, that always made me feel good. Because sometimes people give a like, and I appreciate that, or just give the thing they liked. Yeah. Uno cards. D tier. Why did I make that? I will tell you why I made it. I just I couldn't think of a list that I wanted to make. I had been behind. I usually make these a week in advance. This was actually 2 weeks in advance. But I usually make these a week in advance. I hadn't. I needed to upload it. It was a Tuesday. I needed to send it out to my patrons because my $5 and $10 patrons get videos early. And I was just like, I just didn't have it in me. Just didn't have it in me. Saw this one. Who cares? Why did I make this? And one of the reasons I did it because I wasn't prepped to make my number 20. I'm going to talk about these right now. 20, 21, and 22 were all the same idea. They're all created by me. And I wasn't ready to prep because I defined images. I had to do a lot of research for this. I'm very proud of these. All of these get A tier. They're not my best, but I'm proud of doing all of the work for these three. And I'll tell you what they are. Because I haven't yet. Toonami. 1997 to 1999. It was partway through 1999 before it changed. Tom. It was a difference of Tom. Then the rest of 1999 to 2001, then 2002 to 2004. So these three were all me ranking Toonami shows. I found out from people, like what they loved, what they didn't love. Did I miss any? I think there's one video where I think 99 to 2001, I mentioned one that I'd forgotten. Or the 2002 to 2004. There's one where I skipped the show and forgot about it. But yeah, not. It was nice for me to realize how many shows in the early days were just what they could get. The Mecha Week, when they only ran a show once, and you're like, oh wow, like they did it, like Mobile Suit Gundam or G Gundam or Gundam Wing or like all these, and then you're like, oh, this show ran for one full week. They had this thing, and I had to look up what it was. And there were some people that were bummed, like, oh, you didn't like that Johnny Quest, and I did not. But it felt like I was not teaching, but informing. I don't know. I'm proud of those. I think if anything, that was the thing I'm probably most proud of. Okay, the next one, Laid Back Camp. Again, should have done food or wrestling or I always said I was going to do a music one, but I never did because I would want to listen to the music, and I can't do that on video like that. So number 23, Laid Back Camp, going back to the well, included a character that's actually in Season 2 of Laid Back Camp, so it was only briefly mentioned in Season 1, so that felt weird to include her. Yeah, that's a C tier. I don't know. And also, whatever. They're all good girls. One of them's got a dog. Does that make her better than the others? I don't know. She doesn't want to be a camper, but she's got a dog. So that kind of evens out. Okay. Like, what am I doing? They're all great girls. Why am I ranking them? Okay, the 24th video. Orange Cassidy's ring gear. This was a joke because Orange Cassidy wears the same things all the time, except like sometimes he wears a denim jacket over a white shirt. Sometimes he wears just the white shirt and jeans. One time he dressed up like Rick from Rick and Morty for Halloween. And that's it. And I was like, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is like this is definitely an A tier, maybe even S tier. Because I record these in a week advance, I put it out on a Wednesday, and it didn't even matter that it was a week late. Or a week earlier. I could have put it up the day it was put out. Literally that day, the day I put it up, Orange Cassidy wore all black because he pretended to be a cameraman to sneak up on Chris Jericho, and he had a different ring gear outfit. And my video was out of date within hours of putting it up. So that makes it B tier because it's still a good video. I just fucked up. And then instead of taking it down and putting up a new video, I just made the next week the OC update, Orange Cassidy update, because he changed it the day that video went up. So that's B tier because I didn't need to do that. But I thought it was funny to make it back-to-back weeks, being like, and now let me rank this. And I ranked all of the costumes exactly the same, plus the new one. Ring gear, not costumes. You gotta know what I'm saying. Beverages. We're back into the food. Let's do it. Let's get back into these foods. This is the 26th video of 52. Okay, how long are we making this? This is my last Baering the List and might be my longest because we gotta well, let's speed this up. If I don't have to say it's something about everything. Beverages. This one was good. It's B tier. Snacks. Oh, y'all got so mad about snacks. Apparently I like Pringles a lot more than other people. But you all got pretty peeved about that one, which was funny to me. WWE Champions. Another wrestling one. Is this my last wrestling one? Let me look, actually. Yeah. Wow, this is my last wrestling one. Holy crap, this is, yes. It's my very last one that I did about wrestling. Because, like I said, it was fucking hard to do this. But I looked at every WWE champion, the WWE champion title holder from the year 2009 to the year 2019. and ranked all of them. I had to do research on this one. I had to look back and see what their reign was. Like Jeff Hardy, oh well, he was champion at the beginning of the year 2009, but lost it right away. And like, do I rank his title reign from 2008? What of this? Like, I put a lot of effort into this one. I did a lot of research for it. Nobody seemed to like it. So I'm putting it in A tier for me because I did work on this one. Number 29, sandwiches. This was another one that had the names of it. I had to do some research, look up some of these sandwiches. This one was great. I'm putting this one in A tier. I thought that one was a fantastic video. I really had fun with that one. My top 10 anime betrayals. That's right. I got fun with this one. It was my top 10 anime betrayals. It was not me ranking the top 10 anime betrayals done by Mojo, whatever it's called, that became a meme. This was me picking my 10. 10 that I wanted to talk about. Also, I wanted to include a betrayal that was a villain betraying another villain and helping out the good guys because I thought that was cool to include. Could I put a Gundam in one in there? Probably. I didn't. But I thought this video was kind of fun. I thought this one was going to do way better than it did, so I'm going to put it in B tier because I loved it. But I thought this was going to... If any of these were going to blow up, I thought it would be that one because I thought that was like meme worthy, and it wasn't. So that happens. Oreos. Y'all got opinions about my opinions on Oreos. B tier. We're probably going to get a second row for B, I think. Shonen protagonist. This was a long video. This one might be my longest video, but this one's probably going to be longer than that already. I ranked all of the shonen protagonists from like Shonen Jump. I was expecting a backlash because people love Death Note, and I know. And there were a couple other shows, or I don't know anything about D. Gray Man. Like, all I know about D. Gray Man is there's like a haunting piano medley that like means something, and then like there's a series constantly of like the main character like using the abilities that will turn him evil to do good, and then like not being enough. But yeah, I expected this one to get a lot more backlash, and it didn't. So that's good. But we'll put it. We'll put it there in B. Pringles. Did I do snacks before? Yes. Did I focus on just Pringles? Yes. Did I think it turned out good? Yeah, I think so. Number 34, ice cream. I've learned about some ice cream I didn't learn about before. Thank you for educating me. Lego pieces. This was a silly one. I wanted to do a Lego one. I ended up doing one later. We'll get to it. But I wanted to do a Lego, so I ranked the different kinds of Lego pieces. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of wanted to do that. I wanted to do more with Lego, but, it wasn't great. I'm going to put it in C. It wasn't great. I tried. Number 36, pets. Some people got rightfully pretty mad at me about not loving all of the pets that exist out there. Sorry, I don't think some pets should be pets. So we're going to put that in B because some of y'all got mad, but I don't think I was wrong. Frankie's hairstyles. So, as I said, there were some people that seemed to really love Frankie, and I didn't. So I found this list in the anime section, and it was all different hairstyles from the manga and anime that Frankie had, and I ranked those as like, fine, I'm going to do a Frankie video. I'm going to put that in B. I think that was fine. Like I said, I think a lot of these are like good and fine. And B is where I put that. Because C is like kind of disappointing, and D is terrible. And A is like, oh yeah, I'm psyched about that one. And then S is like, oh, this is the best work I've done. That's how I'm looking at these rankings. Number 38, Michael Cera Puzzle. Oh, no, sorry. Let's just do 39 now. Number 39 is Michael Cera Puzzle. And there's a thing you can do on Tier Maker where you can have all these, you can break up a puzzle into a bunch of small little pieces here, and you can assemble them. And that's not really using Tier Maker for the right thing, but we did that. It was all one big photo of Michael Cera, and I put it up in order, and then oh, that's S tier. This piece is S tier. Oh, this piece is A tier. Oh, that's kind of D tier. And it was a picture of Michael Cera. And that one, I thought was pretty good. I'm going to put that in A. 38, cereals. I'm going to put that in C. I'm just not feeling it. It wasn't even that great. Hearthstone classes. I can't believe I only did one video about Hearthstone. This is just ranking my opinion on the different classes. all the World of Warcraft classes that are in Hearthstone, your druids and shamans and priests and all that. I'm happy with that one. That's a B tier. I think I did a good job with that one. Didn't set the world on fire, but I got my opinions, and like I said, I want to do that. I'm gonna drink a little water here. I got just a little water. All right, let's get through this next one here. Penguins. So this list was great because it had a bunch of photos, but then in the description, it listed what all of the types were. And I didn't even know about all these kinds of penguins. I knew going into it there was a penguin I was going to rank low because it doesn't look like a penguin. And I stand by that. I like this list. I thought this list was fun. I'm going to put this in A tier. I think this was a good one. And is it my last animal video? It is my second to last animal video. Number 42 is fast food chains. I can't believe I waited till my 42nd one to rank fast food chains. Some of y'all let me know in the comments your favorite or that some of my favorites are junk, and I appreciate that. That's going to go in B. I was actually expecting more anger in those responses, so that's fine. That works out pretty good. Here is one that it had been a little while since I put together my own list. I think it had been since a very long time actually. I hadn't done one of my own lists in quite some time, and I did name changes in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures parts 1 through 4, and those are name changes that appear in like Crunchyroll or the manga. There are a few, and those are changes that were made because of not wanting to get like sued because it's like a direct reference to an album or a musical artist. I did a lot of research for that, and immediately people were like, "You missed this one. You missed this one." I'm like, "Okay, fine." It was a long video and a lot of work, and I'm happy to make it, so it goes in A because I worked hard on it. You know what? No, it goes in S. I think that video rules. It was also really fun to just like go through all this and go, "Oh, that's just for clarity's sakes." Oh, that's not. Wait, that's a Bette Midler reference? What? I had no idea that. Okay, that's an album, the soundtrack for a movie that Bette Midler starred in. I had no idea that was a Bette Midler reference. Oh, okay. Like, stuff like that. I learned something doing it. So, that's S tier. I was proud of that one. Final evolution in Pokemon starters. So I did Pokemon starters. These were the final evolutions. Again, people were unhappy with my love of fire Pokemon. I just love them. Firestar is my favorite. But I thought this one was good, so we'll put that in B tier. Number 45, cheeses. Including cheeses. I had to rank some cheeses I've never tried before that sound like garbage. People got cheese opinions. That one was fine as well. Number 46, American Thanksgiving foods. This was the one I thought y'all were going to come down on me hard on this one. For my thoughts on American Thanksgiving foods, but mostly you agreed. We'll go with B tier. Number 47, Best Hit Chronicle Model Kits 1 through 3. This was the first time I'd ever changed up my presentation of these videos. As you can see, almost every video, other than this one, is exactly what I'm doing here. But for the Best Hit Chronicles, which is the Sony PlayStation model kit, the Sega Saturn model kit, and the Cup Noodle model kit, I actually used a second webcam that I used for my model kit building streams and gave the aerial shot so they appeared in there and you could actually see what the model kit was. And I thought that was pretty snazzy. But yeah, the 3 out of the 5, because they're going to do 5, I guess, the 3 that came out this year, I ranked those. I thought this video was kind of cool. I was excited to use something a little different, and also it felt like a Baering the List video that only I could make, because I don't know anyone else that built all 3 of those kits and also does these. So I don't know, I was pretty happy with that. We're gonna put that in A tier. I thought that was pretty cool. Fruits, my last food one on the list. Surprisingly, that I did not sneak any more. 48 out of 52 is the last food one, but yeah, it included me putting fruits in categories. If I hadn't eaten it, I put it in a category that, like, haven't tried it, instead of just ranking it based on my information on it. B, yeah, that was fine. That was a fine video. Number 49, the last video using a tier maker list that I didn't create. That's right, because the last 3 I created. Sad Cats. I thought people were going to love this one, and it didn't do particularly great. Part of it was because the tier maker list, the tier maker list was broken. They uploaded multiples of the same photo, but I still ranked them. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, it didn't do great. And I don't know. I guess I probably could have found the photos myself and made my own list to clean it up and maybe found other examples, but whatever. Number 50, 20 model kits I built. I didn't use the overhead camera for this, but this was including the 3 that I already talked about. This was a video where I looked at the 20 model kits I built throughout the year and ranked them from what I thought. And I picked a sample because I built way more than 20 model kits. But it was mostly Gundam, but it was a few things that weren't Gundam. It's nice for me. I think this is going to be a video I'm going to look at and go like, oh yeah, I built that. Oh yeah, I'll put that together. Oh, that was a bummer. So for me, I was really happy on that one. So I'm going to put that in A tier. And then the video I put out last week, number 51, 10 Lego sets that I built this year. Is it rehashing what I did the week before? Yeah. Was it kind of fun to look at some of those Lego sets? Totally. We'll put that in B. It is just a rehash, but it was kind of nice to look at some kits that I built in the year 2020, or sets. And then number 52, I'm ranking this video. Right now, the video I made where I ranked videos. Is this a cool idea? I think it's a fun idea. Did I follow through on a thing that I've been thinking about for months? Absolutely. Am I proud that I made 52 of these videos, including this one? Yes. Should this have been now, at this very second, 31 minutes in? No, that's too long of a video. Why would you watch this? So there's a lot of factors come in. Like I said, could I have done thumbnails of the things or the word for it, like one word to describe it? Sure. Looking back at this, should I be proud of the fact that I think most of these are B tier and then A tier? And I did do a lot of S tier videos, and I did one that I think is D and a bunch that I think is C tier. I mean, look, the thing is consistency, right? When I look back at the previous year's thing, background and characters, I wouldn't have ranked all of those because I would be embarrassed about some of them. But the idea was to get it done. So I'm happy I put this together, and it does rank in the B tier. But that is my ranking. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite video that I put out? What's your favorite tier? Did you love the shonen protagonist? Do you think that was neat? Did you watch and learn something from the Gundam Wing pilots and mobile suits? Or maybe the Toonami stuff was awesome. Did you think the Uno cards was great? Do you wish I had done more anime? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. And get hyped for my next video series starting in January. It'll start Wednesday, January. Still be doing a Wednesday video every week for 52 weeks. It's called Bear With Me. I will not tell you what it's about, but it's going to be pretty fun. So check that out. Thanks so much for watching this. If you made it to the end, leave in a comment below saying, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, please put, I watched the whole thing. And then I'll know that you watched the whole thing. Thank you so much, and thanks for putting up with this weird video series for a whole year. Bye-bye, everybody.